I'm gonna be upfront here. I must be a boomer because I had no idea who this was until random cringe videos started popping up on my For You page.
Ew, good morning to every single Steven who's up in this entire little neighborhood. How's it going today, guys? Good. I am so glad to hear that.
This Gene Simmons wannabe who allegedly doesn't even know who he is JoJo Siwa.
I'm getting like a sexy glam Gene Simmons sea creature.
Ooh.
Going on here.
You know, the amount of references that people have told me I look like in this video that I have no clue what they are is sickening.
Really? You just happen to come up with the exact same costume design on your own? I'm so quirky. I'm so random. I don't know anything. So if you don't know who she is, let's discover her together. And if you do know who she is, let's just make fun of her because she kind of deserves it. So going back, JoJo Siwa used to be on this show called Dance Moms, which I didn't watch because why would I? I feel like if I did, it would be kind of weird. But it was an American reality television series that aired on Lifetime from July 13th, 2011 to September 10th, 2019. Created by Collins Avenue Productions, the show followed the training and careers of children in dance and show business under the tutelage of Abby Lee Miller, as well as the relationships between Miller, the dancers, and their mothers. It seems like the whole point of the show was to make young girls cry and film their reactions. In the very first clip I watched, they make the girls in the dance group write down mean things about JoJo Siwa and then read it in front of everyone, including their moms. It's kinda sick. That's quality TV right there. During that time, she was also making music such as the wildly popular Boomerang. You know, the typical tween pop music aimed at young girls. Following the show and using her newfound popularity, she created a reality show called Siwa's Dance Pop Revolution, where the premise was she would be auditioning girls to join her dance pop group called XOMG. And while looking it up, one of the first things I came across was this article alleging mistreatment during the show. Aside from receiving insults from JoJo, as well as a grueling work schedule, one of the girls named Layla, is it Layla? Leekha, who has spina bifida, recalls bleeding through her belly button during a rehearsal. Allegedly, instead of having Layla take a break, Jesselyn told her to put a maxi pad on it to protect her costume. Layla also alleges that after surgery, she was told to come back to work before the physician recommended recovery period. Very nice, just feeding that cycle of abuse that started on Real Dance Moms of New Jersey or whatever it was called. I don't know, I already forgot it and I will never watch it again. Oh, and also she had a line of makeup that apparently contained asbestos, so that's lovely. Already a whole bunch of bad things before we even get to what's going on right now. So let's jump to the present day and the reason I'm talking about this. She's releasing, or has released by now, a new song called Karma. I'll limit how much I play this song just for copyright reasons, but it's super generic and she just plays the same few seconds of the clip over and over again. But she's been promoting it in kind of a weird cringe way. She's doing something that no one else has ever done before.
I'm talking about something very special. I'm talking about something very, very special.
She's reinventing herself in an edgy way.
No one has made this dramatic of a change yet. No one.
Oh really? No one else has ever done this. It's kind of a trope at this point where the young female artist who's been seen as girly reinvents themselves in a dramatic way to show they've grown up. Going back, we have Britney Spears, Miley Cyrus, Ariana Grande, and so many more.
No one has made, in my generation, this extreme of a switch. And I am the first in the generation. It is very scary, but someone's got to do it.
Oh, of this generation. I'm so out of touch with the young pop stars, but right off the top of my head, I can list one, at least one, Olivia Rodrigo. I'm sure there's so many more, but you can just list in the comments if you know. For weeks and weeks now, she's been hyping up this new song and her big change on TikTok and other platforms, talking about her grueling 12 hours a day rehearsals of the dance moves for her video. Is it just me, or does that seem like a long time to be practicing anything? I don't think I've ever done anything that long, other than maybe playing World of Warcraft when I was 12. I just know I'm gonna get those comments of the 12-hour shift people who they're gonna be like, I work 12-hour nights every 5, 6, 7 days a week and look at me, I'm fine. But meanwhile, you're 28 and you look 42. No offense, I'm just weak. I can barely work 8 hours. It doesn't look like the moves are that revolutionary or complicated. I feel like her backup dancers had it down after the first day. Yeah, I'm sure that extra little bit really helped. That was the game changer. Way to put down your backup dancers while hyping yourself up and also proving my point where they probably already knew the moves and were way ahead of you. You're so random and chaotic. This is the reason they have signs on gas pumps telling you not to be on your phone. I also feel like this is the first time she's ever pumped her own gas. It really doesn't. I don't think anyone's acting here. I know very little about dancing, but even I can tell you it's not good. Of all the dance moves you could have chose, this is the one you picked to relentlessly show off. Like, what is that? I don't know. Like, if I tried that move, I would snap my neck. Like, with a dome like this, you can't be swinging it around. It's like a wrecking ball. You start to get momentum and things just get dangerous. So she's only 20 years old. She's still very young and going through the stage of figuring out who she is and who she wants to be. But you can really see the stunted growth that being in the spotlight from a child has caused. Her new persona is something you come up with as a 12-year-old. Basically, all you did was turn down the saturation on your outfit. She's really giving homeschooled vibes here. This might have been edgy back in the mid-2000s, but compared to the stuff we're seeing today, this is actually pretty tame. When you put this next to Lil Nas X giving a lap dance to Satan, you really see how childlike this is. And that was in 2021. You had all this time to come up with something better, and this is what you landed on. Like, literally copy and pasted it of the 1970s. And don't give that stupid excuse of, oh, it's before my time. Like, I know who the Beatles and Elvis are, but I wasn't alive in the 50s and 60s. You're literally in the music industry. You should know this stuff.
Like it or not, what's been in your head the last 3 days?
What's been in my head? A general sense of impending doom, but definitely not this song. She's also done the rounds on talk shows and podcasts to promote her song and made some really revolutionary statements.
It's been fun for me to hear you ask a question, almost with like 1 point in your head, right, and then I explain the answer, and then you're like, oh.
Okay, so you like when people ask you a question, then you respond to the question, and then they react to the answer to the question. That's deep. I also love the comments people are leaving on her videos. People have been posting this comment and a variation of it over and over again, and it's just hilarious to me. They really got me in the first half, not gonna lie. I thought they were being sincere for a second.
It definitely made me feel like I'm a psychopath. But then I realized something. No. I realized something. I am a psychopath.
I've read through a lot of her comments and I don't think I once saw anyone calling her a psychopath. Most people are just saying that she's being cringe and her music is bad and her dancing is bad and her costume's bad and everything's bad and that she's just trying to be edgy, but not once did I see anyone call her a psychopath. I think this is just something she's saying to try to create a persona for herself. So let's take a look at the video and see what all the hype's about and what's so revolutionary about it. I'm really not expecting a lot here. So she danced on a beach and almost kissed a woman. Wow, amazing, truly groundbreaking. This might just be the most generic video I've ever seen. You need to hire a new director for this. Like, what even is this?
You could cut, you know what I mean, and then just like jump to the end. I think she should push off from the edge and like swim over me. So
oh, that explains it. It was your idea. Once again, proving my point that this is just the child's idea of what's edgy. But you know what? She put her heart into this song that she definitely truly wrote herself. She said she did, so it must be true. And she hyped up this song as an expression of her new self.
If people haven't heard the name Brit Smith, they are definitely about to, especially if they go down a TikTok rabbit hole right about now, because you seem to have something a little common with JoJo Siwa. From what I understand, you actually recorded this song back in 2012?
Oh, so it was actually written by Brit Smith years ago and seemingly recycled by the studio. Once again, she claims to not know who the person is that she stole her identity from.
I also don't know who Brit Smith is.
I guess her new identity is just being a thief and a liar. But in the end, I guess this whole weird campaign kind of worked. People who had no interest in her and had no idea who she was, including me, are talking about it. Like it or not, it gets attention. I wouldn't be surprised if her marketing team knew how this would go down and thought, yeah, let's just let her be weird and cringe to hype it up and then rake in the cash. And if this was actually her strategy, then I gotta give her props. She did a good job with it. Whether she was self-aware about it or not, I guess we'll never know. And that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.